hated it. I was cold everywhere. So moving to New York, even though it's not New York City, it's still New York. People are still rude. We drove around the whole town in like 20 minutes, and I was in a circle, and I'm like, this it? What the hell did I get myself into? Like, my name is Mahogany Amir, and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about Fort Drum, New York. So we actually just left Fort Drum, New York. Thank goodness. So first things first, if you are about to get stationed at Fort Drum and you are not used to the cold, honey, get used to it, because it's cold like 8 up to 12 months of the year. I promise you it is. We came from, now we're originally from South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina to be specific. So we're from a tropical climate. Fort Drum, New York was definitely a shock to us. And when we first got there, we got there in, well, I arrived in December. So yeah, it was a dead of damn winter. But so yeah, it's extremely cold. It gets down to the negative double digits. This last winter was not really that bad, and not that bad is 20 degrees. That's not that bad for Fort Drum, New York. Now, the first year for me was, I hated it. I was cold everywhere I went. I was cold outside. I was cold inside. Don't matter how many layers of whatever I had on, I was still cold. But the last 2 years, I got adjusted. My body got used to it, so it wasn't that bad for me. But you do adjust pretty fast. But yeah, like negatives, gets in the negatives. I'm talking black ice. You need to learn how to drive in the snow on ice. In the dark when it's snowing. Like it's just, it's scary. It's ridiculous if you're not used to that, if you've never seen it like that. Like I said, we came from South Carolina, so the most snow I seen was like maybe 2 inches, and then the next day it melted and went away. But there, it's like, nothing closes down. Schools don't close down, work don't close down, girl. You still gotta go, your kids still gotta go to school, and you still gotta go to work, okay? So don't expect for that to shut down. The mall damn sure not gonna shut down. That first year there, I was still working retail before I got pregnant, and I asked, how bad does it have to be for everything to shut down? They looked at me and laughed at me. They was like, this mall's never gonna shut down. And I thought they were joking, but they were dead ass serious. Now, the mall, last year we did have a really bad snowstorm. So if there's like a really bad snowstorm, stuff very rarely still closes down, but it'll like the mall could close early instead of closing all the way down. Like these people really about their money. They really like, this snow is nothing. But they do have the equipment. Like it could be snowing all throughout the night. At least by 7 o'clock the next morning, the roads are clear. They're fine to drive on. Like the main highway is fine. Like they have the equipment to clear this stuff out. They have the trucks and everything they need to make it safe. But like the back roads, your neighborhoods, it's not gonna be. It's gonna take a little bit for that stuff to clear out. So yeah, brace yourself for the cold. If I still have, I don't think I have any. I did take a couple Snapchats throughout the year, but I don't think I saved any of them. I wish I did. I would have showed you, like, how bad it gets. Like, I open up my door in the morning and there's snow up to my knees. Yeah, so serious. But if you do like, while you're there, you should really take advantage of the cold weather activities like skiing and snowboard and stuff like that. I didn't take advantage of that. I should. That's one thing I do regret. I should have took advantage of it, because I'm never going back anywhere that cold ever again. So I should have took advantage of it and did the fun stuff while I could. So let's talk about the community. First of all, I am a grit. I am a girl raised in the South. I say yes ma'am, no ma'am. I hold the door open for strangers. Like, we are polite in the South, okay? So moving to New York, even though it's not New York City, it's still New York. People are still rude. It took me almost a year to get used to. When I first got up there, I was offended by everything. I was like, well, damn, y'all don't gotta be so damn rude. Like, you know, I was just always offended, but I got used to it. I'm like, you know what? This is how they talk to each other. These are the people. I actually quit one of the jobs I worked at because the manager was extremely rude. I was like, I'm not working for you. You got me fucked up. But I still don't regret doing that. But you just gotta get, you know, if you come from the South, give it some time. You'll get used to it. I would say don't get offended so easily, but I definitely did. Like, I definitely did. It is a really small town. Like I said, I'm from Myrtle Beach, and I've traveled. I'm very privileged. Growing up, I used to travel a lot. I never spent my summers in Myrtle Beach. I lived in Myrtle Beach, but I spent my summers everywhere, all up and down the East Coast. So I'm used to big things, big cities, seeing more. When I first got there, we drove around the whole town in like 20 minutes, and I was in a circle, and I'm like, this it? What the hell did I get myself into? Like, I am not a small town person. I do not like that small town life. I really don't. I really like meeting new people and seeing new things. I want to explore. It is a very, very small town. Okay. The closest, a lot of people drive to Syracuse. It's an hour away. Now, they have one of the biggest malls that's in the USA. I almost got lost in that mall. Oh my goodness, you need to go. Even if you're not even stationed in Fort Drum, New York, you should visit Syracuse after this whole pandemic is over, because I don't know. I think they might open back up, but I don't know. But yeah, like, a lot of people drive to Syracuse. I drove a couple times to do things. It's a lot nicer out there. It's a lot more stuff to do. So it's a bigger city. We've been to Buffalo, and it's about 3 hours away from Fort Drum. Syracuse is only an hour away. We went to New York City. A lot of people go there too. Like, if they have 4 days and stuff like that, a lot of people go to New York City. It's only a 5-hour drive. It's really not that bad either. And I mean, you got Albany. You got all the bigger cities around, which are a lot better, but Watertown. But yeah, I joined a lot, and I do recommend, I joined a lot of Facebook groups. I joined a lot of Fort Drum Military Wives, Fort Drum Babysitting, Fort Drum, I don't know, they got Fort Drum Buy, Sell, and Trade, Fort Drum Free Stuff. Like, I don't like Fort Drum New and Expectant Moms. That was one that was really helpful for me when I was pregnant. But there's a lot of Facebook groups you join to get to know the community. A lot of people, and especially us wives, we be lonely. And especially the ones that don't work. I worked. But the ones that don't work, like, they're sitting at home and just want to just meet people. So, I actually met one of my good friends through Facebook. The other ones I met from work and all that stuff, in person, all that stuff. But yeah, so let's talk about this video is for Fort Drum, New York, but I am African American, so we're going to talk about the African American community. We are a minority there, just as where it's everywhere else. It's no shock. I do apologize for the noise in the background. I can't. I have toddlers, and I'm sorry. I will get it better. It will get better one day, but plus we're in a hotel room, so I really can't. I'm in the bathroom, to be honest with you. I can't. There's no way I could be separate from them. So anyway, one of my friends actually started a Facebook group for people of color. So if you are a person of color, you should join it. You really should join it. Before that group, it was really hard seeing other people of color, but after that group, it's actually a lot of us there. They do have events and stuff for you that people throw, and you can meet people. There's parties. Like, it's really nice. It's really, 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 really nice to just find your community. There's nothing wrong with that. So definitely join that group. I will link it down below. So where I lived at was Eagle Ridge. The BAH there is about $1,300 for us. For a soldier with a dependent. Now let me tell you something. Disclaimer. Side note. This is a big misconception in the military community. People outside the military seem to think that every child you have, you get more money. That is not true. Let me say Army. I don't know nothing about the other branches, but Army. That is not true. You get an extra money once you have a dependent. Now, if you get married, spouse, which is me, I became his dependent. That's when he got the extra money. Now, whether you get married first or have a kid first, whatever comes first, that is your one dependent. That is it. So, active duty with a dependent is about $1,300 right now as of September 2020. Okay, so that's BAH. Then you get BAS, which is supposed to be like for food, and that's around $300. So we lived in Eagle Ridge. We had a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom townhouse, and that ran us $995 with water and trash removal and sewage and snow removal, all that stuff for free. Now, it was really, I liked it. I liked it. It was a nice community. It was a little small for the price, especially, I said, we're from the South, okay? You get more bang for your buck down there. But it was small for the price, and but it was nice. It was a nice community. It had a bunch of parks. They had a gym, community pool open in the summertime, which was always packed in the summer because it was only hot like 3 months out of the year. Snow removal, they could have done a better job, but you know what, they still remove the snow for free. Every other day, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you put your trash out the front, trash, cardboard out the front door. They come and get it. Like, you know, it was pretty simple. I liked it, and it's only like 10-15 minutes away from the base, so which is really good for, you know, you just can wake up, go. You come home and your lunch, stuff like that. Now, another community that one of my friends lived in that I've been to and visited was Autumn Bridge. That community is really nice. If I would have took my time, I would have went there instead, or lived there instead if I took my time and looked at places. So it's about, I think, don't quote me because I did not live there, but I think it was about $1,300 for a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, I think it was. But it was pretty nice. Like, we had a garage. Like, they had a park, pool, and all that stuff, but the place was just bigger. It was bigger. It was just better. For $300, I feel like it was worth it, being that you had your own garage connected to your townhome. Yeah, so that's all I got. I think that's everything I have to say. This time I wrote some stuff down. I actually jotted my notes down so I won't forget anything. But thank you for watching my videos. Like, comment, and subscribe if you have any questions or anything, and I'll be happy to answer them or any more videos you want me to make so far. I have been in the military for 3 years. Like, this is only our second duty station. We were stationed at Fort Drum for 3 years, so I know a little bit. I don't know a lot, but I'm happy to share what I do know. But thanks for watching. Mahalo.